It's really nice to have the black suit. To actually have it.
I know, it makes me feel like I'm in Paris.
I was starting to think that maybe they just marketed the game off the suit and it wasn't in it.
Oh, well, you know what? That probably could have happened, I guess. Knowing Insomniac.
What do you mean knowing Insomniac?
Well, I don't know. It seems like they like to market things these days and then make it a slow grind to get to it.
Are you talking about Venom?
Yeah.
Me too.
I mean, we haven't gotten to Venom yet. Well, I guess that's your point.
That is my point. It's like they did a lot of marketing off of Venom as well, and I kind of feel like he's only going to be at the very end of the game, you know?
Well,
It kind of reminds me of the way Arkham Origins was handled with that marketing.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, except with Arkham Origins, a bunch of people didn't get angry at you if you critiqued that.
Yeah,
Remember
because
that?
for some reason this game can do no wrong.
So I noticed a lot of people unsubscribed from this channel because they were genuinely mad at my opinion about, like, Mary Jane or about my opinion on the pacing of the game.
Who won?
And the reason I know that is because it's, like, I can see when people do that. And I just thought it was kind of funny because it was genuinely, like, during the parts where I talked about that on that video, they were like, this guy doesn't agree with me. And they, like, laughed.
I don't understand how fragile you have to be as a person to unsubscribe from somebody just because you're upset that they disagreed with you on one thing.
I mean, it's also, it's okay to disagree with me on my opinion on Spider-Man. I genuinely don't care. I just thought that was funny.
Why does that make you dislike somebody so much that you never want to watch any of their videos ever again?
Looks like a British design. Whoever's making these must be a world traveler. Did he say something interesting? I feel like I talked over it, and I'm not supposed to when he picks those up because they're actually usually interesting.
No, I don't think he said anything too interesting. He was probably just like, "Oi, is this from a Tuesday?
Oi! I just unlocked the ability to lose some wars.
Oh my goodness gracious!"
You know, something I really like is that the black suit shoots out black webbing, so it's actually like symbiote webs.
Yeah, I'm just a little disappointed that when you change the outfit on this, it doesn't make said outfit look symbiote-y.
Yeah, I actually had really thought they were going to do that. One of the rumors around the game was that, and I had hoped that that was true, but I guess it wasn't.
No, it's not. It's kind of ridiculous.
Well, it would have been a lot of suits. Look at this.
That's
Into the
actually really
Spider-Verse.
cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
But here's the problem, then you can't really play as any of the other suits while you're playing as Venom, which was the whole thing that the game was based off of.
You're not playing as Venom, it's just the Venom symbiote.
Whatever. Who cares?
I care. Why do you keep changing it? Just call it the black suit.
Well, because we all know that it's Venom on him. The guy has a name.
No, Venom has a name. Venom is separate from the symbiote. It's the.
He's not the same?
No, Venom is the name of the symbiote bonded with someone.
Oh.
That's like
So the symbiote itself is nameless?
I'm sure it has a name. I don't really remember what it is. I don't know why you ask me like deep lore cut questions that make me look like I don't know what I'm talking about, though.
Well, I don't know. I just assumed the symbiote's name itself was Venom. I
Yeah,
guess.
you assumed wrong. It's not.
Okay, well, I guess.
Sometimes they call it the Venom symbiote, though.
All right.
But it's not just named Venom. I'm just telling you.
I'm sorry. I just thought he had a name. I didn't realize his name was Blackie McBlackerson.
That's not his name. That's actually a racial slur. I genuinely think you probably shouldn't say that, because I think Blackie is a slur.
I don't think it's a slur.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Also, I wasn't even talking about a black person. It's not like we're playing as Miles.
Wow.
What?
You're ignoring the rest of Miles' heritage? This is disgusting. Harry and I will be canceling you on tonight's episode of Twitter.
Thanks.
They just sit on Twitter.
Of course the white people are canceling me.
Okay, settle down.
You still got it?
Let's see what this thing's made of.
Alright, MJ's feet pics, pull
Overlaid
them
the
up.
serum with an old sample of Connor's blood. If you can destroy the atoms blocking the lizard receptors, we can make an antidote. And then
These
we're
are some
golden.
weird looking feet.
Like a goose.
Like a clever goose. So how's the suit working out for you?
It's good. Great, even. Just takes some getting used to.
Yep. I'm gonna really put it through its paces when this is over.
Won't be long now.
Okay, so the essential atoms are the green ones. The orange ones are, I guess, neutral, and the red ones are the bad ones.
So we could take out this one.
Yeah, and then you want to take out all the spiky looking red ones.
And I'm sure we can't disconnect the green from the green.
No, that breaks them. Hey, you want all the green ones to be okay.
There.
I think I did it.
Huzzah!
Huzzah. Wait. Does the structure look unstable to you?
I actually like these puzzles, by the way.
I think they're cool. They're fun.
I think they're fun.
Yeah.
But my goal is not to just bitch about the game. My point is just...
No, you're being too harsh.
I don't think I am. I don't like the pacing of how long it took to get to the black suit because I know that they cut like 90% of Tony Todd's lines who plays Venom.
And Tony Todd was very upset about that.
I don't know if he was very upset about it, but he didn't seem super happy about it online from
I'd
what
be
I was
super
reading.
upset.
I don't know if he was super upset, but I'm just saying
He's like crying right now.
He's probably not, but that made me
Few
upset.
Electrons in there, it'd stabilize it, but it's not like we have a
Particle accelerator? That'd be like using a shotgun for a haircut.
Hell of a haircut.
Somebody should not have given them a high-tech lab.
I'll tell you the things I love. I love their interactions. I love the black suit.
Maybe it's okay.
I love the swinging.
I love the lab.
I love the combat. I love the graphics. I love big red buttons.
Black holes, no black holes, no black holes.
I love black holes.
Huh.
Ask Miles, he knows a lot about black holes.
Don't say that.
Pressure change popped an intersection out of alignment. There's no way to fix it without going inside. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing?
The suit will protect me, right?
Peter, I don't know about this.
Relax and be a good proton.
Huh?
Stay positive.
Seems like it hasn't started affecting him much yet.
No, not yet. I like his stupid joke, though.
What's the inside of a particle accelerator like?
Amazing. You gotta crawl in this when you get the suit back.
Oh, yeah, it's at the top of my list.
What's gonna happen when I realign it anyway?
If there aren't any other pressure problems, nothing. You can come right out.
Alright.
So how would somebody normal fix this thing?
I don't actually know.
Do they have to, like, turn the thing off or something?
Probably. They probably have to disconnect all the power of it.
Oh. I guess that would be a big thing.
It's powering up, but the beam's erratic. Use the magnets to stabilize it. How? Just find the sweet spot.
Hey, it's one of those mini games.
Not have sweet spots. There, good.
There's one more set of magnets ahead. If you can't stabilize the beam, it'll destroy the serum.
I got it.
Did you like your trigger mini game? Did it feel adaptive to you?
It felt weird.
Not like my library cards. Don't touch the beam. Don't touch the beam.
It feels really weird to do. It's hard for me because my hands are like overly sensitive to stuff because of my issues.
Come on out.
What is that?
Probably a static discharge. Means the accelerator's working. Clever frickin' goose.
I think it's kind of funny you need adaptive triggers on to do that minigame when it's just pulling the triggers, isn't it?
It's you have to hold it at certain like strengths.
Oh,
So like
okay.
you know how you could grip an object lighter or heavier?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Oh, okay. So you have to grip it in a different way.
And that's interesting. Like they made use of the PS5 controller, so that's cool.
Is it working?
Lizard antidote, here we come. So the suit's got some sensitive ears.
Apparently. What happened?
More static discharges. The accelerator's still running though. The serum's okay.
Fire.
How'd they start a fire?
How did they not earlier? They don't seem very careful with their lab.
I guess, but like, why is the fire all the way over there? Oh, is it because that part of the tube's open? Oh my gosh, they're blowing up the lab. Norman's not gonna be happy.
Fast enough. There's gotta be something else I can use.
You know, when Norman goes to jail, they're not gonna be able to afford to fix
Static
this.
discharges must have fried our fire suppression sensors. I'll try to trigger them manually.
Is the antidote still getting made?
Should be. But if the fire's damaged the accelerator, we'll lose it.
Well, I guess, wouldn't Harry inherit all of the money, I guess, then?
The spreading
If he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Always useful.
In the comics, the symbiote is sensitive usually to fire.
Uh-huh. But I saw online that this symbiote is not allergic to fire. Because they wanted it to be different.
Huh. It's a weird change.
Yeah, it
Why
doesn't...
can't I get up here, by the way?
It doesn't seem like they added in any other weaknesses to him. It just kind of seems like they took away that one and then said, look, he's different.
I got stuck on that, by the way.
I kind of think they only took it away just because they wanted a bunch of, like, cool, fiery explosion parts in this game, and they were like, but we need the symbiote to be cool.
I'm bypassing every safety lock known to man, living life on the edge. But I was thinking, there's always one thing that goes wrong with any big undertaking. This was our one.
Don't jinx us. Everything down here's clear. I just need to help out upstairs.
I'm not doing this very gracefully.
I think it's funny you hit the ceiling.
These fires himself. Yeah, you've got this under control. That's the last of them. It worked! So you'll power it down, I'll grab the antidote, find Dr. Connors?
Not so fast. There are 67 shutdown steps. If you take it out before, then we'll lose the antidote.
Oof. Sounds like it's gonna be a while. You hungry? I could go get a pizza. Shut it down and get the antidote. I'll handle them.
Jeez,
I thought we had a thing going!
You're not his only prey.
Lee! Tell me where he is!
doing a 69 shutdown procedures while hunters are after you doesn't sound like one easy feat.
No, it does not. But beating up hunters is.
I guess that's true.
And I really do love how the black suit plays.
I like the black suit too. I think it's really cool.
I think that if there was no Lois Lane MJ angle, you know, like she was just a supermodel like she used to be.
Supervillains. Why are they here?
They must have tracked me after I stole the serum! Sorry, Harry!
Why are you apologizing? I'm not worried. You've got the suit. Kick their asses.
I was gonna say that I think that if there was no angle of her just basically being Lois Lane 2, and if they didn't make
Where you on now, Harry?
so many interesting changes, I don't think this is important to you.
No, just
If they didn't make so many interesting changes with the pacing where, like, I know that they cut a bunch of stuff that I wanted to see because they admitted that, and if they weren't making weird comments about, like, oh, I don't give a fuck if MJ's overpowered, it is what it is, get over it type thing. I'm not playing very well because I'm talking about this, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Let me retry this part. So, if they didn't do all those changes, I think I would be less apt to criticize the game. Does that make sense? Because I feel like part of it was their defensiveness on, like, you know, hey, why'd you cut this? Hey, why'd you do this? And they're like, well, you know, we don't give a fuck if you don't like how MJ is. Too bad, get over it. And it's like, there's a way to say that without saying it that way. Like, why not just say, we understand, and they did go on to say, like, you know, hey, a lot of people were asking for no more MJ parts, and we admit that, but we wanted to change it and make them better instead. Why not just say that? Why say the whole, we don't care what you think thing? Because that's
mean.
That's such a weird thing to say. Like,
And it alienates your fans.
even when I don't agree with what my viewers say, I do still actually care what they think. Like, it's not really that I think that they're just a big giant idiot and I know better than them. It's more just, hey, I don't agree with you. That's it. And I feel like there's ways to say that without making it a problem. And I guess I don't understand why some of the attitude around this game was confrontational. And I actually think part of it is that people were threatening Insomniac. Like, when the Raimi suit wasn't added in, there was a subset of fans who, like, sent death and rape threats to them.
What?
There were people doing that kind of stuff. And so I think, unfortunately, what it is it's kind of like the well was poisoned a little bit, where I feel like part of Brian Intahar's problem, as someone who will never know him, and I'm sure never meet him after I've publicly criticized him too, because they don't work with people who do that, like, ever in content creation. I think
They're
part of...
a little sensitive.
Yeah, no kidding. But I think part of the problem with that stuff is that... oh, geez. I think part of the problem with that stuff, though, is that they don't remember that that's a statistical minority of morons who act that way.
Yeah, and they sometimes think it's a bunch of them.
Yeah. And,
which is a shame.
And I think, unfortunately, that could be part of what, you know, caused some of that adversarial, dialogue.
I've got very little problems with this game. I think that, if they hadn't cut out so much stuff and they had either made it a much longer game or made it 2 games that are split in half, could even end it with a cliffhanger if you really wanted to.
There we go.
I think that would have been a lot better for the pacing, and for you obviously getting more money because you'd have 2 games there set up completely easily right there, and people would eat that shit up. My biggest problem, honestly, is just the Mary Jane stuff, because it makes me sad because I really like her in this game now. Didn't like her nearly as much in the first game, but I really like her in this game. I think she's really cool. But some of the stuff is just a little too unrealistic for me to believe that, like, she is now able to overpower trained hunters and she gets shot in the arm and is totally fine.
No, I agree.
It's almost powered down.
I'll finish it and grab the antidote. You need to get out.
I can't leave. I'm the only one who...
Watch out!
Quickly, cover the exit! Tell Craven we have the spider!
Craven's gonna have fun with you.
Harry!
That was awesome.
That was really cool. One of my other slight critiques is, so Spider-Man has Spidey sense, and he...
What was that?
I don't know! I was just so... in the suit! You okay?
I think so. I'm going to the breaker room. I can do the next steps there. Are you okay?
Yeah! I feel amazing!
And he just saved Harry from getting shot with an arrow in the head, which is something that obviously needs really quick reflexes. We've established that before. He has great reflexes. So, how come he didn't have any Spidey sense when Craven pulled out that knife from his pocket and was about to stab him?
No, I know. I think that there's a lot of convenient writing, and I think that a lot of people don't want to admit that.
Yeah.
That's my genuine opinion. Is like, I think a lot of people want to love the game.
Uh-huh.
You can love the game.
Yeah, but you can still also admit there's a couple of faulty writing things.
I mean, the first one had them too.
Yeah.
The first one wasn't perfect.
No.
But I still love it, and I guess for me, I've heard Nate say, oh, this is his favorite, and I've heard some people say, yeah, it should be, but it's like, I don't think necessarily the newest thing always has to be the best. Like, so far, I found the writing a little more solid in the first one outside of Mary Jane. Mary Jane was unlikable in that game to me, but everything else felt a little more tight-knit, fluid, progressing naturally.
And their relationship was too much forced drama in that plot just to make it more interesting.
Yes, and that sucked. And in
I
this
found
one,
that
they fixed
boring.
that. That was a genuine improvement this time. And that's great.
I didn't know there were bears in these woods.
I like that bear outfit.
Before we get down to business, there's something I have to tell you. I'm fresh out of honey.
And they did make him funny. I like that.
That felt like a Tobey Maguire line.
It kind of did. See, all the stuff around the black suit I've really liked. I just feel like it could have been a whole game. Don't you?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying they should have split it into 2 games.
Damage wouldn't take long to fix. Maybe we'd even keep some of it as a badge of honor. Oh, crap. Those arrows must have ruptured the accelerator's shielding. The beam's scraping the tunnel.
Can you still shut it down? What about the antidote?
It's still being made, but time to start crossing fingers.
The reason I say that, too, is because I would have liked 2 or 3 more missions. I know that sounds like a lot, but 2 or 3 more missions of Harry being that Agent Venom-y character. Give him an actual superhero name, whether it's Agent Venom or something else, and let him feel like a superhero for a little while, and even possibly let the player play as him if you really want to.
I'm not timing these very well, sorry.
I think that would have been really fun. You could have focused a lot more on that, and it would have helped focus on Harry and Peter's relationship, which is obviously a very big storyline in this. And I think if you kind of slow burned that a little bit more, and then you had more black suit stuff and more Venom stuff throughout, you know, the 2 games that I'm talking about, like splitting them into 2 games, I think that people would have enjoyed that a lot more. It would have had less plot holes, and it would have obviously made a ton more money.
Yeah, I think so too. Basically, like, lose the black suit at the end of this game, like maybe have it end in the church with him losing it, and either it goes to Harry if they want to go that route, or you could have introduced Eddie Brock.
Terrific. What do you mean in the church?
Usually he takes the suit off in a church with a bell.
Oh,
Usually the
that makes
bell tower
sense.
is what gets rid of the suit a lot. I mean, like, that's kind of the popular one now, at least since Raimi. Like, Raimi did it. The Spectacular Spider-Man kind of went that way a little bit. They've done... It's kind of become symbolic and of, like, purification.
Oh, that's interesting, actually. I like that.
But it's also just something that's become a little bit synonymous with the black suit arc, at least since the early 2000s. Mm-hmm. Even though it wasn't always.
I think that's interesting, yeah.
This doesn't matter.
I do think they definitely could do a second game where they do more of the Venom stuff, but obviously it kind of seems like we probably wouldn't get any more black suit stuff, because we know for a fact, I mean, everybody kind of knows this from the marketing, that Peter loses the black suit and then somebody else gets it so Venom can show up.
Right, and that's kind of my problem, is I feel like I would have loved to have seen a full game of the black suit like what Web of Shadows is, because one of the big criticisms I've seen is that even the people who are fine with Peter and, like, the black suit arc being so quick is that they don't like that the Venom arc is so quick. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of people who even love this game are like, I wish they had handled Venom differently.
Yeah, because I feel like Venom is a very interesting thing to tackle and takes longer than just like an hour or 2, you know?
That's kind of my point, is just, I feel like, and I'm not trying to say anyone who likes the game doesn't care about that. Like, I think I could very easily just go like, well, people who have no criticism, they don't understand how long the black suit arc should take. It's not really that. It's just that I think a lot of maybe people are used to a quicker black suit arc. They're used to, like, the Spider-Man 3s. They're used to the movie Venom. They're used to Spectacular Spider-Man, the cartoon, where the suit is introduced and within a couple episodes, Venom is, you know, a thing. Uh-huh. And the original black suit, I believe he had it for almost a year. It was something like 7 months, and technically it was announced before that, because the comics came out a little bit out of order because of Secret Wars and how it was coming out.
Uh-huh.
Give me a second.
And so the original black suit took a long time, and then it was still synonymous with Spider-Man for years, because it was a long time before Venom really became a thing, but also he was wearing a cloth black suit for a long time. So for a long time, the black suit imagery was synonymous with Spider-Man. At the very least, it was months long of the symbiote, and then there was years of the actual cloth version of the suit that was iconic. And now it's like there's no way that we're getting through this without losing the black suit in a few hours from now. We could probably extend it by doing some side stuff, but that's not a long time for a symbiote to bond with a host and have a really personal arc about this thing living on and in Peter. That's a big deal.
I also like the idea of it slowly changing its personality.
Yes, not quickly. You need time.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just too out of character.
Are you hurt?
I'm fine. We both are. But the Foundation...
I don't care about that right now. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
Get in there and see what you can save. I want a detailed report of the damage.
Your dad's right. The Foundation doesn't matter.
What? This was our dream.
And it still is. But right now we have to focus on finding Dr. Connors and getting you healthy again. I got this.
I feel like they should be hitting the suit with so many sonics until it gets off Peter and goes back on Harry.
I'd like that.
Because Harry's dying.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Not a bad idea.
I know they're trying to find Connors to get Connors to fix it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Seems like Harry's on a ticking clock here.
It does seem like he's on a ticking clock, and I'm kind of worried about him because I really don't want him to die.
It's good enough. Leave a message.
Where the hell are you, Pete?
Dude's just straight up ignoring Miles now.
Hey, Genki.
Hey, dude. One of the friends got its wires all crossed with an old Hunter transmission. Figured you might want to look into it. Maybe it'll lead to Lee? Sending you the source coordinates.
Really appreciate it, man.
No problem. Everything good? Haley and I are a little worried.
It's okay. I just need everything to get back to normal first. I'll make it up to her, though. We're missing her exhibit.
Okay, dude. Hope the lead pans out.
What do you mean, Haley and I? Are you hanging out with our girl again? You better step off.
Genki's like a girl stealer, and honestly, if I was a girl and I was this age, Genki's a good option.
You would choose Genki over Miles?
Well, I'm just saying. Well, I don't know. Better stop.
I would choose Miles to get closer to his mom.
Fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. So here's my thing. If you did do an entire game with the black suit, all of the suit variants in said game could be black suitified. So you could have multiple different looking black suits. So like you could put on the Superior Spider-Man suit, but it would have black stuff on it.
Right.
I think that would be awesome.
I do too. I think that'd be insane. Do you like this suit?
Yeah, I love it.
I always like the tracksuit with the black.
I'm just saying, I got a lot of great ideas. Insomniac should hire me and make me the creative director.
They should.
I think I would do a better job. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying I have really good ideas.
No, I think a lot of times fans have good ideas. A lot of times they also have terrible ideas.
I feel like I could make myself, make a name for myself as that guy.
Mom left me a message.
Miles, about the stolen museum pieces. I went to the impound yard and saw an old phone number on that truck you chased down. I may be onto something. Can you come meet your mama for lunch at the park by my office? Chopped cheese on me.
Any clue is a good clue. If we can't find that truck, the museum will have to close. Plus, I never turn down a chopped cheese.
Miles' missions are pretty wholesome.
Yeah, I like going for lunch with mommy. That's nice. So, anyway, I was gonna say I could make a name for myself like that guy who was like a Sonic super fan, and then he made a game, and now he like makes games for
Christian Whitehead.
For Sega. Yeah, I feel like I could be him, but for Spider-Man. You know?
Why am I not seeing this? But yes, that would be nice. Are you seeing where it's coming from?
I thought it was on the
There it
side
is.
of the building.
Thank
there
you.
you go.
Also, something I would do to change wall crawling, I would add a way to fast wall crawl, unless there is and I missed it, instead of just sprinting.
And Spider-Bot's got him on the ropes. Oh, was that a steel chair?
So they are actually saying things that tie into these Spider-Bots. Somebody told me this before. I didn't notice it. That was a wrestling reference.
Oh, that's cool.
Sorry, go ahead, but you were talking about your writing skills and how you're better than everyone?
No, I was talking about how, with the wall crawling, what if they stood up and they did the gritty as they, like, walked along the wall?
Now that would be amazing.